So here's a video I'm delayed on, much like some other video projects I've talked about wanting to do in the past, but this one I'm actually going to follow through with today, which is wiring the Ademco 4286 VIP phone module to a Vista control panel. So with enough blabbering, let's get started. In order to get these modules working, since conventional POTS lines aren't exactly a thing anymore, the first thing you'll want to get is this. This is an analog telephone adapter, or ATA for short. This will allow us to use conventional telephone stuff over a VoIP gateway, but in our case, we will be using it for the VIP. Okay, so first things first, make sure you have two RJ11, or in my case, RJ31X telephone boxes, and this, an actual telephone itself. So here's the three parts you'll need. This is so we can program it. This is so we can obviously hook it up and talk to it. So let's get into wiring. Okay, our first set of connections will go to the panel itself. This is our box that's going to our ATA itself. We're going to take our red and green pair of wires here, which is right here, and we're going to tie them to the terminals 23 and 24 on the actual control panel itself. I'm going to pause the video to get those wired up, and I'll show you the aftermath of it. Okay, there's our incoming line complete. Now we're going to wire our handset line and connect it to the incoming phone line on the VIP. It says on here for to use brown and gray, but I'm just going to use standard red and black for this. So I'm going to wire the handset line to the incoming line on the VIP, and I'll get back with you shortly. With black acting as the tip wire and red acting as a ring wire, we will connect it to the first two terminals on the VIP itself. Terminal number 1, the top one, is our tip wire, and the red wire on terminal number 2 is our ring wire. Next, we will wire the handset line on terminals 3 and 4 to our secondary jack and plug our local telephone into that jack. So I'm going to wire that up, and I will show you the aftermath. Alright, now with better light in here, using an extremely proprietary technique, I'm able to show you the module wiring better instead of just showing it to you in the dark. We have wired our second telephone box, or I don't know whatever you want to call it, to terminals 3 and 4. Terminal 3 is our tip wire, and terminal 4 is our ring wire. I have a diagram of the VIP here. Pause if you want to take a screenshot of that. And we wired up our handset. So we will plug our telephone here into this box, which will allow us to talk to the module and program it. Make sure you have your keypad wiring set up here too. It's very self-explanatory, so I didn't get much into that, but you'll just take your quick connect cable here, plug it into the top connector set here, and just wire them to the keypad like you would a normal keypad. So with that, I'm going to power the panel on, and then I'll show you the programming side of it. Alright, I might have forgotten to wire the speaker up, but it is terminals 6 and 7 for an external speaker, and we're going to be using this Ademco 746 speaker so we can hear panel status announcements and also use this thing as a makeshift siren of sorts. So whenever the system goes into alarm, the VIP will act as a sort of siren driver. And if we want to pull status commands like we would on a normal keypad, we can also use the speaker to enunciate those status commands so we can understand what's going on with our system. Now that I have the actual speaker set up, now we can get on the programming. Okay, now that we have let the panel initialize for 4 hours, we will now go into system programming to get our module registered on the actual panel. So we're going to enter our installer code, followed by 800. We're going to go to field 28, and now this is where we will be prompted to program our phone code. I'm going to use the default in the actual manual, which is 7 star. So we're going to hit 7 pound followed by 11. The 3 beeps mean it was confirmed. We're going to hit star 99 to back out of programming. And that's it. There's nothing else on the panel side we need to do for programming. Everything else will now be through the telephone itself here. So I will show that in a minute. Okay, we're going to pick up our handset. We're going to dial the panel. We will do star 7. Now we can get the panel status from the telephone through the VIP. So we're going to program the VIP by going to star 98, or pound 98. So field 00 is our keypad monitor address. What that essentially allows us to do is if we press star 2 times on the keypad, the VIP will read out the status of the panel. The VIP mirrors what the keypad displays here and enunciates it in a voice. So, since our keypad address is 16, we will keep it at 16. And for the basic rundown for programming, that's about it for this, for that more complex programming. We're going to enable the speaker now in programming. So I'm going to back out, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, we're going to go back into our VIP, and we're going to enable the speaker. So we're going to go to pound 97. Mute in this case is if we want to have the speaker on or not. We're going to hit 0 because we want the speaker on. All on in this case essentially allows the VIP to enunciate everything that happens on the panel regardless of what it is. So we're going to press 1. It's exiting, and it'll drop back into the main menu for the VIP itself. So, now that that's done with, we will go to our keypad. We're going to press star star.
Disarm. Ready to arm.
We get our panel status through the speaker now.
System low battery.
So, for the really basic rundown of the VIP, that's pretty much it. There's nothing else to it. I'm not too familiar with the more complex side of programming on these VIPs. I'm still trying to learn through the manuals here. But feel free to ask me any questions, and I'll try to provide proper feedback to those questions. And if I can't, I'll just have to refer you to the manual. So, that's pretty much it for the VIP. There's nothing else to really cover here. If found this video helpful, then cool. But that'll be it. Thank you for watching.